Anyways, it is Tuesday, April 15th, and we have made it through Monday. 2 exams and a quiz, thank God. Just eating my breakfast real quick. We got a pretty interesting day today. Endo quiz in the morning, definitely studied for that because my last grade was just not the best. And yeah, then after that we got an endo lab and a pros lab. Those should be pretty interesting. I'll see if I can record them. It's kind of hard because endo, it's just so small. But quote of the day, why live in fear your whole life if you'll never muster up the courage to act? Alrighty, driving to school, got my favorite shirt on today. My mom bought me this shirt. Usually the shirts she buys me don't fit me, but this one fit me. Finished up half of our endo class. We got Ed here. Ed, what do you think about dental school so far?
Dental school is great. Right now, I am in kind of a pickle. I'm trying to contemplate if I should be skipping class,
or playing
right
pickleball,
now, or not. Ha!
Sorry.
I'm gonna pickleball. Shout out Lido.
Right? And here's Tigran. We're building Tigran on Instagram right now.
Wait, whose is this? Put a cork in the bottle, right? This is new, right? So I want you to think that gutta percha is really a cork in a bottle. Okay, if you get excess sealer or excess gutta percha inside of the chamber, you can...
So we just finished up with the endo lectures and we learned how to clean the canal, shape the canal. So basically, when we're doing a root canal, we got to take everything out first. So last lecture, we learned how to open up the tooth, get an access. So we learned how to do this, make an actual hole. Let's see if we can get focused. Yeah, make a hole in the tooth. And today we're using our file, this file right here, to basically clean out what's in the tooth. First, we got to find a working end or working length and find the tip of the root because we don't want to perforate, and then clean it out as well as we can. And after that, we're going to fill it. So that's just what we're doing today.
That's just what we're doing.
That's just what we're doing. How's this treating you?
Great.
Good?
I think my issue's wrong though, so.
All right, so I took the x-ray and my working length was 23 millimeters. So I got that logged for the 15, and now I'm just gonna work up to 35. I asked one of the residents and he said he works up to 35 at a minimum on his maxillary anteriors. So we're gonna work the way up, and we also have to irrigate on the way through. So we don't really have the correct liquid this time, so we're just using water, I guess. Usually we'd be using sodium hydroxide. We have established our working length right here with this rubber stopper, 23. Clockwise motion. As you can see, some of the stuff is coming out. If you can see on that file there, there's actually some part of the pulp, basically the whole pulp that just came out, like a little exoskeleton. Might be able to see it right there. You see that? All right, so I found the master apical file length here. That's 23.25. And now I'm gonna work up 1 millimeter at a time. So 1 millimeter less every time. So just work back. So make sure that you have 1 millimeter of gap on the 40, and then you'll have 2 millimeters of gap on the 30 from your stopper, 3, then 4 as you work up. Basically, it's a bigger file, so we're not going all the way to the tip of the root. Now we're just trying to roughly clean and smooth out the more wide portion of the root. Good. Oh, there's 45. 50, the last one. 5, there's 55. Are you kidding me? Now I have to get my gutta percha, and I'm using the same size. This is going to be my main master gutta percha, and it's got to be the same length as my master apical file, right? Me about a millimeter from the color. So I'm going to try that out real quick. Looks good. That's about the right length. And now I'm just going to take an x-ray and we'll see. Anyways, we got the gutta percha in there. I'm slow. It's my first time. Oh, what'd you say?
It's the only thing I checked out, wasn't it?
That's good, you're witty. Anyways, why are you laughing? Anyways, got the first gutta percha in there, got the little bend on there, but we're gonna leave it there for today, just because we're slow, and we're gonna actually obturate it and seal it next time. Anyways, we finished up pretty slow, so we barely got anything done, but next time. Anyways, I'm here with my boy,
Yes!
JB. We
Yes!
left class
Today.
He wants to go
Great.
get a burrito. We're having a great day. Time to go get a burrito from the hall. All right, so we finished up with our endo lab, and I was gonna go eat lunch because it's like 1:30, but apparently the Prost assignment we have is pretty easy, and we can get it done in like an hour. So just gonna try to get that done. It's literally just an impression and a cast. So gonna get that done and then just go home for the day. Hi. Dude, this is gonna be so efficient. All right, let's see if the board molding will come off fine. Want to make sure I get everything, posterior, anterior, everything. Anyways, it's done. No questions. I know it looks like crap, but
Patience is not a gagger.
yeah, patience not a gagger, so we got as much as we could back there, and we made it work. Let's see if the impression's good. Impression is done. It's time for the unboxing. Oh, shoot. Oh, it looks like I'm getting the same result as you. All right, there is the final product. That's what all the stress was for. They just want us to get deep in the vestibule. There's like a metal rim they want us to catch. So I'm not gonna get the sign today because the doctor I was working with, I can't find them right now. It's 3:30 and we finished up with the day. Those impressions took way too long, but I had to wait for everything to set and this and that and how do you do this? So whatever, now we're gonna hit the gym. Sucks that we gotta go on an empty stomach, but that's the price you pay to get out a little earlier. So, it is what it is. I think I'm going to hit a little bit of legs today. Definitely going to do a cheat leg day. Not going to go hard today because my stomach is literally calling for food right now. Alright, today I'm just going to do leg extensions and then hamstring curls, Bulgarians, and some calves. A super short run. Nothing else. Anyways, finished up in the gym. Now I'm just doing a short little run. Unfortunately, my body let me push a little harder than I thought it would, so legs are cooked, but that's fine. Just 1 mile, one loop around the VA. Fudge, Moreno Valley, bro. These people cause traffic. I can't get home. It's a 4-minute drive that takes me 40 minutes because of freaking Moreno Valley, bro. This is some crap city planning is all I gotta say. That's okay. They made a big bike lane and nobody rides bikes out here. They ride them in Redlands, so it's an extra lane, hypothetically. I wouldn't do that. All right, we got home. It is 5:15. I have no food prepared, so we're gonna cook up this ground beef. It's the Costco Organic 85-15. I don't eat none of that 95-5, 90-10 that people will be talking about. I prefer 80-20. They don't got it though, and I want the organic meat. So this is 4 pounds of meat. Cook it up. A little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion, a bunch of paprika. If I had some peppers, I'd throw them in, but I don't. Maybe I'll throw a tomato in. And then we're gonna cook up some buckwheat right there. That's a grain that it's the predominant grain in Russia, Ukraine, the Eastern European countries, and Russia. Alrighty, so got my buckwheat. Make sure you wash it well. Water's already boiling. I boiled too much water here, so I'm probably gonna pour it out. pour out the water until it just barely covers the buckwheat. If you can see that, it's just barely covering the buckwheat. And it'll puff up and it'll do well. I'm gonna boil it with no lid for a little, and then in like 5 minutes I'll put a lid, and I'll tell you guys how many minutes I cooked it for. Anyways, it was a pretty tough day in school. I'd say there's days that are like really mentally hard, like Mondays, where it's just classes all day. And then there's days that are like physically hard in the sense that like you're always doing something. You don't really have a time to rest. Those are Tuesdays. I strongly prefer Tuesdays because on Mondays, the day just flies by and you felt like you did nothing and learned nothing. At least on these days, you felt like you did a lot. So it's a lot more rewarding. And then tomorrow we just have clinic. I think I have one patient. Maybe we have another class. Should be a pretty easy day. I do need to look at that patient and confirm with them. Checking up what's going on in my patient's mouth and what can we do, what can we plan. So yeah, that's gonna go all good, and maybe I'll record a little tomorrow, but not that much going on. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I can keep making these and keep learning on how to get better.